Hello, everybody, and welcome to a brand new series. This is called Conquistadors. And in case you were wondering, yes, we are playing Spanish Conquistadors. Now, the first thing you probably noticed is this is not the Green Riders. Well, I will say that due to some events in life occurring all at once that I had to take care of, I have not posted any Green Riders videos in a while, but they will be making a return. I am not done with them by a long shot. But I had a brilliant idea that I wanted to try out, so I decided to post it on YouTube. So let me just get out of here for a second. As you can see, we are in Seville, which is the current capital of Spain. And our goal, our plan in this little series is to play as close as possible to history to a real-life Spanish conquistador. But not just any Spanish conquistador. I'm going to show you guys specifically what I mean. Wrong button. We are playing as the Spanish Conquistador, Hernan Cortez himself. And right next to me is the only partner I know of who I can actually historically claim was also a conquistador, a man named Francisco de Orellana. Now, anybody who knows anything about history and anything about the Spanish conquistadors probably already knows who Cortez is. The premier conquistador. He was the one who conquered the Aztecs, defeated Montezuma, and basically led the path for New Spain and what eventually became modern-day Mexico and Central America. Now, de Orellana. He is a bit more of an enigma if you're not a true history buff. His biggest contribution to the world actually was traveling the length of the Amazon River and discovering its source. So, though he's considered a conquistador, he was more of just a Spanish explorer, if you will. And as we play through the game, you'll probably see distinct differences between the two characters of Cortez and de Orellana. Okay, now, let me show you what it is we plan on doing in this series. This is Spain. I'm sure you all know where Spain is, what it looks like. We are playing this in the 16th century mod. Now, what I love about the 16th century mod is here's Spain, France, Portugal, Italy. You've got England up here, and not much more than you see in any other mods, or so you would think, until you go this way and keep traveling. And now we have China and Japan and Korea and Mongolia, India, and then you can go down into Africa. You have these people here in Africa, the South African tribes and the Swahili. But our goal is actually across the way, into America. That's right, Mexico. Aztaland, as I'm going to call it. And if you play Shadowrun, you will appreciate that name. Here you have the Mayan cities. Down here, you have these guys who are considered non-allied, and I'm not going to mess with them at all. Don't ask me to. I'm not even going to look at them on the notes, because doing so will crash the game. These guys are highly bugged. This is all Portuguese territory. This, we have Barbados, Antigua, and Havana. This is all controlled by Spain. They have Bermuda, which is way up here for some reason, despite the fact that in real life Bermuda is like right here. So, our goal is to traverse the sea from Spain all the way over into Mexico and conquer all of Mexico. First with the Aztecs, then probably hitting up the Mayans. Then we are going to eventually plan on moving north and taking out the Native American tribes here. Why? Because why not? Once we've conquered Aztaland, why not just keep going? Now, as far as conquering south, no. Again, these guys are highly bugged, and I'm going to try and stay away from them as much as possible. So, I don't even want to look at them. Oh, and another thing you guys may notice is you could probably hear me a lot more clearly and a lot better, and there's a lot less background noise. I finally have a new headset. Now, we are going to play this game a little bit differently. Now, one thing about this mod that I love is how if you're playing in Europe and you're fighting in the wars of Europe, and then you suddenly get this giant notice that, say, China and Japan have made peace with one another, and you're sitting there in Europe and you get this notice and you look at that and you really don't care, because this is all the way over here. You don't care what's going on in the rest of the world if you're playing in a European nation. So once we're in the New World, we're not going to care what's happening in Europe. Unless it's happening directly to Spain, it really doesn't affect us all that much. Now, that being said, we want to play this as historically accurate as possible. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to execute Montezuma, because this game does not allow you to execute leaders. I say leaders because if you were to capture anybody else, it actually will allow you to execute them in this mod specifically, which adds kind of a new level of gameplay, because now you're taking players out of the game, and that could be a significant change in power, because if we're fighting the Aztecs and I capture, say, 3 of their lords and execute all of them, that's 3 lords they're never getting back, and it significantly weakens our enemy. So that's one tactic that I plan on using a lot as Hernan Cortez, because he was kind of a bloodthirsty conquistador. In fact, when I made the character during his backstory, I did select lust for money and power when asked what his reason for traveling was. Now, I've given him just about everything he needs to carry out this mission. Currently, he is level 8. As you can see, his stats here, he's got high intelligence, high charisma, because we're going to need a lot of tactics, a lot of leadership, and a lot of persuasion to pull this off. And probably a lot of prisoner management. I don't have a whole lot of spotting, pathfinding, and tracking. However, my partner, let's see, Darylano, is, you see, I'll talk to him real quick. He was more of an explorer. He does have all the tracking, the pathfinding, and the spotting. Unfortunately, he's only level 4. So, he's only half of our level. And I say this unfortunately because there is a reason that we want to pay close attention to his level and skills as much as we pay attention to our own. The first thing I want to talk about and how this is going to be different. Historically speaking, when Cortez sailed to the New World and landed on the shores of Mexico, he burned all of his ships to the ground. He wanted his men to fight as heartily as possible, knowing that there was no going back. So, my plan is to traverse the seas from Spain, land in Havana, Cuba, take a little bit of a rest for my men, see if I can get their morale back up, and then once I sail out of Cuba and land in Veracruz, I burn my ships to the ground. I will no longer be traveling back out onto the seas. I am stuck in Mexico until I'm either dead or the deed is done. Um, so basically what that means is when I go into battle, I have to be very careful about the size of the armies I take on, be very aware of the size of my army, the morale of my men, and just everything has to be perfect because I can only recruit Spanish soldiers from Veracruz and Doc. Strange name, yes, Doc. I don't really understand it either. I don't know if that was historical or just a translation error from the original Chinese that this mod came from. Another thing. Since I am going to be killing off several of the Aztec lords, and yes, when I capture lords, I will give them one opportunity to join me or die. That's it. No prisoners. I'll take regular prisoners and ransom them off, but I'm not going to take prisoners to be ransomed back to the Aztecs. I don't want the Aztecs to have any more men than they have to because, as I said, I only have 2 places to recruit from for now. So I want to eliminate as many of their lords as possible. But to give the computer kind of a equal playing field, I'm going to play on the wound system. Meaning, now for those of you who don't know what the wound system is, Arcade Knight plays on this quite a bit. Basically, every time you fall in battle, your character gets wounded. That's basic game mechanics. Now, how we play this is our characters can only sustain so many wounds, can only fall in battle so many times before they are considered dead, and you have to move on. So, I am playing this game, and because of the difficulty ahead of me, I'm going to wind up giving myself an extensive amount of wounds. I'm going to play with 10 wounds for Cortez. And again, I know 10 sounds like a lot, but really when you look at what all I have to do, and again, it doesn't look like I have to conquer a whole lot. But remember, I can't go back to Spain to recruit troops. I can't even go back to Havana to recruit troops. I might, if I want to try and make the journey all the way up around the hook and into Florida and down to San Agustin, try to recruit troops, but that's only if I'm really desperate, because not only will I have to pass through the Aztec territory, I'll have to pass through Native American nations as well. In fact, there you go, Shadowrun players, Aztaland, and the NAN. Because, why not? Now, that's if I want powerful troops. One thing that Cortez did do, and I plan on doing when I get there as well, is he did recruit men from surrounding tribes and cities and people who weren't too keen on Montezuma and the Aztecs. Which basically means these guys. I have 4 locations here that I can recruit Native Americans from. The problem is, Native Americans are not going to be as powerful as Spaniards. Meaning, I really have to use these guys well. Now, back to what I said about giving him everything I could to make sure that we can pull this off. Let's take a look at my inventory. As you can see, I have plenty of food. I have pretty much Spanish equipment. It's nice equipment. But it's all Spanish type equipment. I have a basic sword, an elite flintlock pistol. I got a pretty nice horse. One thing this mod does is when you start off, you can start off with a ton of gold, like 100,000 dinars. and I've made extensive use of that 100,000. I have also recruited as many Spaniards as I possibly can, and I'm actually going to move these guys up to the top because these are basic recruits, I believe. Yes. So I'm going to move these guys down. Yeah, basic militia, musketeer militia. Okay, so, I'm gonna take a minute to organize these troops real quick. Musketeers, they're important, not as important as crossbowmen, so I'm just gonna leave the crossbowmen where they're at. Move these pikemen up, and I think that should do it. Okay. Now I have a couple more things that I need to do to prepare for this journey, so I'm going to cut away real quick, and once we're ready to cross the ocean, I will be right back. Okay, and I am back. What I was trying to do basically was I was trying to find, because I am actually a Lord of Spain, and I control Valladolid. I really don't know how to pronounce that. So I control Valladolid, but what I was actually doing was I was trying to find this guy called, let's see what if I can find him. Spain. The cutting Marquis Price. He controls Dock. I was going to see if I can maybe trade him Valladolid for Dock, because he also controls Rondo and Zaragoza, which are in mainland Spain. But nobody knows where this guy is, so I can't find him. So I'm just going to have to I'm gonna have to go ahead and do this. So, all right, let's sail to Havana. Now, one thing about this mod is any extended amount of time at sea will decrease your morale. So I'm glad I still have so much gold left over that that I might be able to see. I lost 5 morale. Hopefully, because I think the trip there only costs like 10 morale. Hopefully I'll be able to re-raise my morale with, let's see, again, this is what I was talking about earlier. I don't actually care, because I'm leaving England, or not England, I'm leaving Europe, so in leaving Europe, I don't care what's going on in Europe, unless it involves Spain, and as you can clearly see, it does not involve Spain. So, now, as I was saying, when I get there, I'm going to have to spend some gold to raise the morale of my troops, and to do that, it's actually real simple. All I really have to do is go to the camp menu and give them gold. I don't think it raises 5 at a time, though. I don't remember. Ooh, and Francisco de Orellano has advanced to level 5. When we get to Havana, I'm going to have to remember to level him up. Now I want to talk to you guys about strategy. The first thing I want to do when I get there is I want to try and travel south and start making friends with the Mayans. I want to try and have these guys as allies. So if there's battles going on with the Aztecs, I'll join in on them. Spain is already at war with Aztaland. So I want to try, and I'm going to be spending a little bit of gold to try and build up some reputation in their cities as well. Um, that way I can just recruit more men. And basically, my goal, my plan, my tactical plan, is to put all of these guys into their own separate category. Call them Mayans or Native Americans or something, or I might just call the category fodder because that's what I plan on using them as. I plan on sending them in straightforward, like pulling all of my Spaniards back and sending in the Native Americans firsthand, because these guys are expendable because they're replaceable. The Spanish really aren't. So I want to try and hold back as much of these guys as possible and use them in only the most dire of situations. But I think a bulk of my fighting is going to be done using Native Americans, which, historically speaking, was in fact accurate. Cortez did do a lot of that. So, now, at first, I'm going to be building up my own army, my own reputation. I'm just going to be picking off the the Aztec lords as I see them. Another thing I want to do that this mod allows you to do is, if I have enough gold left over, if not, I might have to start raiding some of these smaller Aztec villages and such. But if I have enough gold left over, I want to come up here, away from the Aztecs. And wow, I've already lost like 15 morale. Anyways, I want to come up here in the Yucatan Peninsula, away from the Aztecs. And I want to build my own village. So once I do that, I'll have at least one more location I can use to, oh, I'm in Havana already. Well, I'm going to leave Havana real quick. But once I do that, I'll have another location which I can use to recruit Spanish soldiers from to start hammering the Aztecs. And once I have enough, I'm going to start taking these fortresses, these Aztec fortresses. And these are some nice fortresses. And this right here is the ultimate goal. This is the target. Tenochtitlan. This is the capital of the Aztec Empire. Excuse me. Once I have Tenochtitlan, I will basically have the Aztecs. And from there, I can start heading northward into Native American territories. Now that we're at Havana, a couple of things I want to do. I can show you guys what I mean by, let's see, where is it? Reward soldiers. Their morale is 73. Let's give them a generous reward. And the morale just jumped up to 99, so these guys are ready for action. And they're not going to be leaving me anytime soon, which is good. Now, if I go to take an action, recruit someone, I don't have any prisoners, change party's name. Where is it? Give order to party. Fast, cover up, okay. It's somewhere. But, wait, was there a port? Port de Sant? I don't even know what that is. No? Oh, I might be too close to Havana to do it. Okay, so now that we're in Havana, Let's go actually into Havana. I want to go to the marketplace. Arms. Is there a better pistol here than... No, there is not. I just want to check the gear, make sure that I have the best gear. Actually, that is nicer. Armor, I'm probably... Let's see. Yeah, I think I like this armor better. Oh, and earlier I had to acquire myself some common clothing, because I forgot this one thing about this mod is when you enter a palace, you don't enter all armed and armored. You have to wear common clothing, and if you don't have any, they give you like the cruddiest looking clothes that they could find. See if is there a better horse hunter? It's exactly what I have, and I can't ride one of those yet. Now I remember what else I wanted to do. I needed to talk to. Oh, I've got some other leveling to do too. To Cisco, show me your skills. Alright, we are going to actually increase your strength by 1. These are all... I'm going to give you another tactics, just in case. Because, now, like I said, 10 wound. If Cortez falls 10 times in battle, then he is dead. And from there, to carry on his dream of conquest, we have to change hands, and we will actually be playing Francisco de Orellana. So I'm really hoping we don't have to do that. Actually, did I keep that? I did not. I sold that. Oh, it was way better than the one he's wearing. I've got plenty of money. I'm gonna go back in and buy that for him. What's this right here? See your equipment. You can have my old armor, good friend. And go back into... We're just gonna sell this here. Excuse me. Let's go to the Lord's Hall. See, is there anybody of importance here? Who are you? Sort of bad-tempered Viscount Melio. I am Hernan Cortez. I suppose you know where this guy is, do you? You do know where this guy... You know where this guy is. He's next to Terriel. Okay. Where is Terriel? I think that's... Terriel, where the hell... Pass it up? No? There's an easier way to do this. Location. It's all the way down to belongs to the Kingdom of Spain. Near Valencia. Show on the map. And there it is. Terril. Okay. I'm going to go back to Spain, since I haven't landed in the New World yet. Well, I am in the New World, but I haven't landed in Mexico yet. I have not technically started my conquest, so I am actually going to... by the time I get there, he'll have moved. I'm going to give it a try. If I find him, I will cut right back. I'll see you guys in just a minute. Okay, guys. I have debated heavy, and I decided that it was best probably not to head all the way back to Spain. It's time-consuming, it's morale-consuming, and to be brutally honest, by the time I got there, he'd have moved on anyways. So we're going to do this. We're going to have to go and accomplish what we set out to do. So let us get started, shall we? Let's head to Veracruz. We're going to follow you. And who's that? Oh boy. Let's hope that we're not ready to take on an army that size. I think we have the unit type advantage because we have gunpowder. They don't. But I don't really want to take on an army that size. At least not at sea. So here we are, sailing. Sultan with peers. King Fernando decided. Marquis Price is now the marshal. Oh boy, he's I don't think he'll ever trade with me now because he's not going to like me because I'm going to ignore just about every one of his summons. Okay, so we lost 5 morale. I'm not worried about that. And it has begun. We are in Veracruz, and our ships have burned to the ground. Ladies and gentlemen, our conquest of the New World begins. Let's walk around this courtyard for a minute at night here. Pretty nice location. Obviously, it's nothing compared to the cities of Spain, but alright, so now that we're in the New World, we're ready to conquer. Let's set out and let's head towards Maya and see if we can recruit some Native Americans. And on the way, if we see a size enough army that we think we could take out of Aztecs, we're going to, but for now, let's just wait until we get the Mayans to go after any Aztec armies. So let's stop at the marketplace first. They don't have a goods merchant. That's another thing that's going to suck. In this mod, castles have merchants, but they don't have goods merchants. So I'm going to have to buy all of my food from either the Mayans or from that one Spanish town. So that's another thing that's going to make this extremely difficult, is I'm not going to have the food to feed my men if I'm not careful. Of course, I could just raid the Aztec villages, but then I risk the entire Aztec army coming down on me, and I can't quite handle that yet. Alright, right, I want to go arms. Again, I want to make sure that I have the absolute best equipment at my disposal. Hmm. Here's another unique thing about this mod. This option here, aid the center to develop. I can actually give them money, and as you see, I already have a 10 relation with these guys. Don't know how, but if I give them 1,000 gold for castles and cities, 500 for towns, it raises the prosperity by 1. It also raises your relation with them by 1. So that's one way you can use to increase the prosperity of towns and castles and villages and such in this particular mod. Here, I can visit the barracks since these guys like me. Have a look at some senior warriors, and because I have the option, I'm actually going to hire these guys, and I've just increased my army. So again, I can get army, but as you can see, I jumped from 111 to 118. Okay, so Riviera Cruise. I'm going to stop at docks first. Recruit some volunteers. There's 3 guys there. Buy supplies from the peasants. I don't need it now, but who knows? I might need it later. Meet with the elder. Really, the hands, bandages, livestock. I want to teach these people how to protect themselves. You know, I think I can. Yeah, I think we could spend some time and teach this town how to, we're going to train some peasants. 10 hours. This might take a little while. I don't think I could be attacked while this is going on. Alright. One of them is grasp the basics. Two good hits. Let's keep training the peasants. As we train them, these people like us more, and then we can... Apparently the Mayans and the Native Americans don't like each other either. Because that's what I just saw was Mayans and Native Americans attacking each other. The screaming in this one is kind of amusing. And train these guys some more. Start a practice fight. This is just peasant training. Anybody can beat some peasants with a stick. This guy took 3 hits. Peasants do actually get stronger the more you train them, but yeah. But they're still peasants, is the problem. You know what a peasant with a stick is? A peasant with a stick. Practice fight. I love the screams in this mod. Okay. Cavalry. Follow me. We're going to swing around this way, try to hit them from the side. Suck about this is this does technically count as a battle, so if I get knocked unconscious, teaching these peasants how to not die does count towards my 10 health, so that is technically a wound sustained in the New World. And wow, these peasants suck. Does have to teach you how to do everything by himself. Only thing worse than my Irish accent is my Castilian accent. Oh, no. Oh, no, come on. Okay. I think I might... Oh, no. Oh, these peasants were worthless. This is not a good omen. Shit, I lost 5 good men. They were most of them were malicious, so I'm not. What was the other? Pikemen, okay. Well, these peasants were completely useless. So Docks is now looted by people. Okay. So I think it's time to head to Maya to start recruiting some excuse me. Start recruiting some soldiers. Or some fodder, if you will. So, yeah, like I said earlier, a peasant armed with a stick is just a peasant with a stick. Because anyone with any sufficient combat ability, you might as well have just, you know, not bothered at all. Well, that's already been looted. That is currently being raided, which means that there's probably a significant Aztec force there, so I'm going to not go there. Again, excuse me. I'm suffering a bit of a, Okay, this is good. How much money do I have? I still have a significant amount. Only thing that sucks is you have to have a relation of at least 10. So, alright, I'm going to hire them. Okay. Get me a ton of musketeers here. The rest of them can be footmen. I want some heavy horsemen. Conquistador. Alright. Let's look and see what we have here. We have Jaguar, Warriors, Temple Guards, Archers, and... that's it. I'm gonna put these guys in Archers too. Just Temple Guards and infantry 2. These Jaguar warriors, also an infantry 2. And these are the guys that I'm going to send in first to battle. Let's follow this guy, see. Marshal Duke Kilu. I do love how it gives titles to... Okay. Okay. Oh, if it wasn't nighttime. We need to see if this battle's still going on in the day. States I don't care. Uh-oh, he sees me. What does he have? Jaguar or Eagle Warriors? Queeches, those are gonna be tough. Overall, let me check my party composition. I think I might actually have the firepower to take them on. Again, though, I just wish... Yeah, I think I'm going to run until... I forgot about that. That's right, I have to pay my troops, don't I? That's going to be another thing that's going to be a pain in the butt. I'm going to try and run to... Okay, it's daytime. And now he's running from me. Halt. You look about as Native American as I do. You'll defeat me, and I'll teach you a painful lesson if you try. Yield. We will fight you until the end. The only thing I could do here is take the field. Me. Archers set up here. Infantry set up down here. Cavalry, put you up over on this ridge. Now, these guys. Back with my archers. Cavalry. Charge. Out of my way! Ah. I'm going to pull myself back. suffered 2 wounds in the first episode. Archers, let's see if we can move you in a bit closer. By archers, I actually mean rifles. Was a bit of a mistake. Back up this way, back up this way. 3, 10, however many of you's left. Did it! And I didn't suffer another wound, so... Alright, that was exciting. Let's get out of here. See what the damage was. Only 5 dead. 39 wounded, but, you know, they'll recover. Only 5 dead. 122 of theirs killed. That is really actually the difference between their archers and all these warriors and such, and basically my musketeers. Oh, here it is. I have you. I have you. I'm gonna make sure. As the true conqueror of New Spain, I am going to make sure that you do not report back to your friend Montezuma and raise another army to come after me, because I cannot afford that right now. I am sorry. Oh! Okay, your party loses 1 morale, I lose honor. Our relation with Montezuma went from 0 to -20. These guys. Capture as many as I can. Oh, and I has stuff. Let's get some of the more expensive stuff here. So I won't be able to get everything, but... No, and that's it. Why? No idea what that means. Okay, so I'm going to make a quick save here. And I am now level 9. Alright, let's see. What happens if I increase my intelligence to 14? If I increase my charisma to 14, nothing. No. I think I'm gonna increase my intelligence. Or raise weapon master a bit. I think I might actually give myself a little bit of surgery, so that'll really help out. I'm gonna raise my firearms a bit. Let's put that back up. I did. Spanish musketeers. 2 more conquistadors. 2 heavy lancers. And my cavalry, they really made a mess of the enemy there. So, alright. How many? I still have all of these guys left. I'm going actually to go into Campeche. Ooh. Is that their leader? It is. See if I can catch up to him, chat with him. Tenders my claim to the crown of Calradia. Well, I do not know what Calradia is, but sure. Alright, do you have any tasks for me? Clan Jaguar Warriors. Sure, I'll take your soldiers. Excuse me again. I'll have to ignore the coughing. I've got a touch of bronchitis. Alright, let's go to the marketplace, see if I can sell off the... Oh, you've got plenty of money. Arms. Elite flintlock pistol, I think that's exactly what I have. Armor. Nothing Spanish looking enough. Now, I know, like, say, this armor is better than what I'm wearing now, but if I put it on him, you'll see it doesn't really look like a Spanish Conquistador anymore. So, I am being picky with the armor, but again, I'm trying to make it as a... I don't know why I wanted to do that, but yeah, I want to again. I want to try and make it as historically accurate as possible. I was already here. What the heck? Did I pass up any good horses? Ooh, a heavy hunter. Okay, that is better than what I'm riding now. So, and I'm not keeping that to give to Delano because I don't think his riding. I think his riding is only 2. I want to go to the Lord's Hall. What is this? And this is nice. Mayan Spearman. A Maharaj. You must be Duke Woos. Okay, so you have no tasks for me. Let's take a walk around the courtyard. Oh wow, wow! This is nice. Can I climb up the? I want to climb up the top of this tower here, or pyramid. It's a pyramid, not a tower. Oh, please tell me I can climb up to the top of it. Come on, I'm almost there. Almost there. And there's a man on top of it. Who are you? Just a tribesman. So, wow. Beautiful Mayan city. Well, guys, I think that's going to wrap it up for our first episode. We have taken a wound due to stupid peasants, but we have already proven to the Aztecs that the Spanish Conquistadors are not to be messed with. And we killed an Aztec lord. I think we're actually well on our way to a beautiful start to this campaign. Well, I had fun playing it. Hope you guys had fun watching it, and I'll see you on the next episode of Conquistadors.